Hey everybody, welcome back into the Parker and the Man page at yournews.com for this Friday, March the 19th, 2010. Day one is over. Yes, I got the Spartan hat on again because day one is done for the NCAA tournament. Day two coming up today, and yes, Sparty and Oakland University both playing. Michigan State 7:20 tonight, playing their game against New Mexico State, and Oakland University in the afternoon takes on Pittsburgh. Exciting stuff for March Madness. I got my notes. I have other notes? No. My day one notes. 3 big overtime games, which I think I heard Dick Enberg say, although he is 75 now, but that doesn't mean anything, that matches as many overtime games as the entire tournament last year. I thought I heard him say that. 3 buzzer beaters, big ones. Ishmael Smith for Wake Forest. You saw that game late Thursday night against Texas, despite Jacobin Brown scoring 20 points after halftime and overtime. No points in the first half. He had 20 after that. What a great effort. But Texas loses to Wake Forest on that Ishmael Smith buzzer beater. Denaro Thomas for Murray State over Vanderbilt. That's a 13 beating of 4. And Quincy Pondexter for Washington over Marquette. The big upset of the day, probably Ohio University. The Bobcats from Athens, Ohio, defeated Georgetown a 14-3. Huge! That busted your bracket right there, didn't it? Come on, admit it. You know it did. Ohio U beating Georgetown. So that 14-3. Brigham Young beat Florida. Billy Donovan. Hoot! Got more on Billy Donovan on the column that we'll talk about in a second. And St. Mary's, who I watched in Las Vegas at their conference tournament final, beat Gonzaga, moves on to the round of the second round, round of 32. They beat Richmond at 10-7. Steve Fisher out. San Diego State lost. Tough game for SDSU last night. And Montana, Judd Heathcote's former school, before he took over Michigan State. Mike Montgomery coached him, by the way, after Judd Heathcote. Now he coaches California. Nearly beat Steve Alford in New Mexico, but New Mexico pulled that one out. So just a phenomenal day one. Maybe one of the best day ones in the history of the NCAA tournament. And it went with buzzer beaters and overtime games and upsets and just some classic college basketball. All right, let's get serious now. Let's turn this around. Let's get serious. Yeah. There you go. Michigan State, as I said, playing tonight against New Mexico State. A game Tom Izzo, obviously the road to the Final Four, Tom Izzo knows is going to start with New Mexico State and move all the way down the line, be some big teams that have to beat to get to the Final Four in Indianapolis. And that's what this piece is about. It's about going back 10 years. We all remember, if you were even not a Spartan fan, you remember now 2000 being 10 years ago. I know it's hard to fathom that 2000 was 10 years ago, but that's when Michigan State won the national championship. They're second, first since 1979, and that's this is all about the road to Indy. Back then they played at the RCA Dome. Now they're playing at Lucas Oil Stadium. This is about the entire season. The big upset that year to Wright State down in Fairborn, Ohio, at the Nutter Center, when Tom Izzo couldn't believe that Mateen and Mo Pete and Andre Hudson and JR and Charlie Bell and Adam Ballinger and AJ Granger, all those guys lost to Wright State. At the time, they didn't think there was anything really special happening, but then the Big Ten season moved along. There was a couple of bumps in the road, and then finally that big 114-63, 51-point win victory over Michigan, that final day of the regular season. They go to Chicago, win the Big Ten championship, and of course the rest is history. They kind of rolled, although they trailed at halftime 3 straight times in the second half and at the break during the NCAA tournament, during the run to Indiana. And we all remember the game against Florida to win the national title. There's your Billy Donovan connection again. So this is the longest piece I think I've ever written for yournews.com. Jimmy will know that, and Janine can verify. But it's good, I just can't believe it's 10 years, and we thought we'd take a little 10-year ride of what went on and transpired. I was working for Big 62 CBS. We did sports specials, pregame, postgame, all over the town. We went everywhere. Of course, it wasn't too hard to travel to the second round games, the regionals, because that was at the Palace when they played both Syracuse and Iowa State. Some remembrances from those 2 games. And then heading off to the Final Four and playing Wisconsin and Florida. Wisconsin 4 times that year. 4 times against Dick Bennett's Badgers. Michigan State played and won. And Wisconsin people will never forget that. The folks of Madison will never forget losing 4 times in 1 year. 2 regular season Big Ten, 1 Big Ten tournament, and then one in the NCAA tournament. Probably unprecedented. You may never see that again. a team beating a team 4 times in 1 year, as the Spartans did against Wisconsin. So let's look back at the run, how it took place, how it happened. Just a chance for you to sink your teeth in and remember the times. If you're a Michigan fan, too bad. I'm sure the Michigan people hated it, just like they've hated 10 years of Michigan State dominance in college basketball in the state of Michigan and around the country, if you be honest about it. What Michigan State is doing today when they play New Mexico State is really trying to get to the Final Four for the 6th time in, 11 years? 5 times in 10 years. That's 1 every 2 years. That is elite program status. I don't care what anybody says. When you average going to the Final Four, every second year for a decade, that's pretty good. So I know Tom Izzo's had his pats on the back, his props. There's a little bit about Lupe Izzo. We went to the house during that year in 2000. We went up to Flint and talked to Mateen Cleaves' mom. Mateen, by the way, now doing work for Fox Sports Detroit. Talked to Morris Peterson's family. So all that is in the piece. So check it out at yournews.com, the Parker and the Man page. It's all about the run in 2000. So there you go. Second day action coming up. Good luck to Greg Campy and Oakland University. Good luck to the Spartans. I'll turn it around now again. There you go. Oh, I don't have it on right. There you go. As they hit their start in the NCAA tournament. The big dance. The big Watusi. All right? Check it all out. Parker and the Man page, yournews.com. And have a great college basketball March Madness weekend.